Yeah.
Sorry. Would you mind if I investigate this a little further?
It was the movie that made Julia Roberts Oscar-worthy and Erin Brockovich world-famous as the Spitfire legal assistant who brought down a power giant for contaminating a city's water supply. An amazing feat for a single mom with no prior law experience, but Erin isn't resting on her laurels.
I've investigated toxic cases, a lot of them. And I'm telling you, we have never had a case, ever, where we have had 300 confirmed individuals with cancer. I've never seen it.
Behind me is Beverly Hills High School, an exclusive campus surrounded by famous palm tree-lined streets, ritzy restaurants, fancy shops, and million-dollar mansions. And oh yeah, let's not forget the oil wells. Yes, that's right. More than a dozen active oil wells shadow Beverly Hills High, whose cast of alumni features Angelina Jolie, Nicolas Cage, Monica Lewinsky, Richard Dreyfuss, and Lori Moss.
I was sick with Hodgkin's disease, and then I was sick with thyroid cancer.
Convinced that her illnesses are related to the oil wells, Lori has teamed up with Brockovich to uncover a possible cancer cluster among Beverly Hills High alumni and faculty.
The people that I was talking to was the same types of cancer: thyroid, Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's.
I was stunned at the number of phone calls, the hundreds a day that were coming in. I mean, we stand today with 409 cancers of former students, teachers, and some residences.
The fact that this is Beverly Hills, how does that play into this whole scenario?
Because it's Beverly Hills High, you would think that it would get more attention, but there's also this component to it where it's really kind of being pushed down. It's like the big elephant in the living room that nobody wants to see, but everyone's going to walk around it.
Erin's suspicions are further illustrated in the book Parts Per Million, The Poisoning of Beverly Hills High School by another alumnus, Joy Horowitz.
One of the main themes of my book is how is it possible that one of the richest communities in the world could allow this to continue, and it continues to this day.
Government tests give the air at Beverly Hills High a passing grade, and a judge has dismissed the initial lawsuit filed by Brockovich's law firm against the school district, the city of Beverly Hills, and various oil companies. But the case is on appeal.
The message to Lori and all of the other plaintiffs is to hang in there. When we took the case, we were very careful to let everyone know that the wheels of justice turn slowly.
In their defense, school officials tell Hollywood Heat, quote, "The health and well-being of the students, past, current, and future, is our top priority." Accordingly, the school district and the city have continued to monitor the air quality. But that's not good enough for Lori and other former students.
It's terrible being sick. It's awful. And no one should have to go through it, but I feel that everybody should be compensated for what they went through.
To admit a problem at the high school might affect property values, and sadly, I think that's why nothing has changed. I think that's true in other well-off communities across America.
And considering how much Hollywood loves sequels, one can't help but wonder if this case might possibly lead to Erin Brockovich Part 2.
It's not about another movie. It's not about a publicity stunt. I don't know what will come out in the end, but people need to know. These kids need to be protected.
Welcome to the Sunset Strip, home to some of LA's most legendary nightclubs. This is where the rich and famous come to play. It's usually innocent fun, but every once in a while, a spin through some of those star-studded hangouts can spin way out of control.
When you cater to a youthful audience, you run a big risk.
Risky business indeed. Recently, trendy LA watering hole Teddy's dished out $3,000 in fines for serving alcohol after hours. But that's a small price to pay compared to the cash a starlet and her entourage might bring in.
Hollywood is the most notorious city in the world.
Bar owner Trisha LaBelle should know her landmark nightclub, Bordner's, is located in the heart of that notoriety.
I do think that we are under pressure to cater to celebrities. But with that said, that doesn't mean we are forced in any way by their managers, their agents, their labels, or the industry in any way to get them drunk. And that's not something that we do or encourage.
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight.
But when celebrity pandering does cross the line, these people kick into action. They're officers with the California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control.
We've put it out there pretty strongly to the Hollywood nightclub owners that if you're selling to underage celebrities, we look at that as an intentional act, and the penalties are going to be more severe because of that.
I don't think that kids are drinking more than they were at any other time, or anywhere else around the world for that matter. I think we just here in Hollywood get picked on more about it because we're under the celebrity eye. We're under the camera.
And not just by the ever-vigilant paparazzi. ABC Assistant Director Joe Cruz also keeps tabs on Hollywood's nightclubs. He spearheads periodic sting operations using underage decoys, some as young as 16, to bait law-breaking bartenders.
Be truthful about your age. It's real important because we don't want to entrap anybody. If they have to make the mistake of making the sale after you told them everything that's right. When I see Lindsay Lohan and other people like that, it's sad because they're just throwing their life away. It's a tight-knit society that no one's going to talk, no one's going to give up any information. So really what we have to do is go out there undercover and we give tickets.
Yeah, Hollywood is fine with the our next vote.
During one operation last week, Hollywood Heat was on hand to watch alcohol control officers on patrol.
They can get in line, they can head up there when they're ready.
Nearly a dozen Hollywood hotspots were targeted, including Teddy's, but only 2 got stung.
It's a misdemeanor, and the fine can be up to $1,000.
The low number might be a testament that these officers and nightclub gatekeepers are doing all they can to enforce the law.
It's on pressure not to let celebrities in. The pressure is to make sure that they're of age. The most important thing is just not to embarrass them. It doesn't look good for them. Oh no, for the club.
I think they need to think about what they're doing and think about their fan base before they start doing stuff. Because kids like my little sister, who's only 13 years old, sees what they're doing and think it's okay, and then goes out and parties and gets drunk, and next thing you know, I'm burying my little sister.
We really appreciate the outstanding work that you did out here tonight. We don't cut anybody any slack. We're fair and balanced here. If an underage celebrity is out there and they're drinking and we see that violation, we will take action.
Another stern warning that skirting the law can have sobering consequences, even if you're a Hollywood superstar.
As a matter of fact, I think when we do see them get arrested, it sends a more powerful message that, even the mighty will fall.